They're young. For no other reason. I just hate it. But I live upstairs, and all of a sudden the music was filtering up there, and I started going like this. So eventually I came down, and because I own the place, I can get up here on the stage and talk, and no one can stop me. There's a few people in there I'd like to call out that I also hate besides Buzz Wall. Are you still there, Buzz?
No, he left. Over there.
He's out there crying bitter tears. I would like to thank Jim Kiske, the man who put in all the lights and makes the light show. This place used to have two lights that you buy at a hardware store, and one was blue and one was red. Up there. So needless to say, it was primitive. Now I think, I don't go out too much because I hate young people. But I don't think any other club has as sophisticated a show as this. And Jim, can you press that button for the fog machine?
It takes a minute.
Okay. So before I get off the stage, I'm going to have a fog envelop me here, and I'm just going to disappear into the mists of time. Cue it up, Maestro. Okay, so the band is all getting drunk and stoned in the back room here. It doesn't seem to affect their performance, but okay. I'm sorry, did you say something about dancing? Enhances them, yes. And also, I'm a little disappointed in the crowd tonight because I think there should be more dancing. You know, you guys are young, you can dance. Come on. Get out of your chairs. Yeah. The old people should be dancing and then show the young folks how to do it. That's how they move. And then this mandolin player is really something else. Is anybody listening to me, or should I just ramble on?
I am. Oh, yeah. Keep going.
Thank you. The sad thing is I really have nothing to say. I have a really great grade school joke. I have to have complete silence. This is from grade school, so bear that in mind. Okay. A very wealthy man at one time had two sons, and both of them were slightly disappointing, I'll say. And he really had a very successful business. And remember, this is a grade school joke again, I tell you. And I got to give this business to one of my two dimwit bulb sons. So he decides to give them each a duck. Have you heard this one? Okay. So early in the morning on a Sunday morning, he goes, all right, I'm giving each of you a duck. And the one of you that can come back with the greatest profit from this duck is going to inherit the business. Okay. So anyway, the two boys walk off, each with a duck under his arm. First kid goes around, for hours and hours. Finally, he doesn't have any charisma, any business sense, any business being out there, in fact. But he gets $5 for the duck. Well, the other kid is more plucky. And he goes out and he's walking down the street, and a very attractive prostitute comes up and says, hey, that's a really good looking duck. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a fuck for that duck. He goes, okay, sounds good. And after the whole thing is completed, she goes, wow, that was incredible. I'll give you the duck back if we do it again. He goes, well, okay. And then after that episode, he's walking across the street, and a big school bus comes by and squashes the duck to smithereens. Oh, it's tragic. The driver gets off, and he sees the kid's hardcore, and he goes, I'll tell you what, son, I'll give you $25 for that duck. So at any rate, the two kids come home. The dad says to the first one, "How'd you do?" He goes, "Well, I got $5 for my duck." He goes, "Son number two, how'd you do?" He goes, "Well, I got a fuck for a duck and a duck for a fuck and $25 for a fucked up duck."
That's pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Chrisman. So, Bill built this place, so you gotta forgive him. Thank you, Bill. I've heard that joke before, but it's always funny. All right, so at Joe's Cafe, we do something a little different. I do want to say thank you guys very much. That was an amazing first set, and the way everybody kind of warmed up to the weird little place we've got here is great. Thanks for filling up the basket. I call it the golden urn of cultural longevity. And if you fill it up, then culture will prosper in your community. So keep filling it up. You get bonus points if you put a bill in that did not have a president on it. Do the math. All right, so we're going to do something that we do every show or every Thursday night show, and that requires your utmost attention. So I am going to ask you for your best ears as we introduce our next guest. But I do want to call out one person who's here tonight. This guy comes from a lineage that has some import. I think what his family helped create is going to catch on. His grandfather invented rock and roll, and I think there's a future in it. Charlie Berry's here, and we should give it up for our hometown royalty. Charlie has a band in town that's been playing more and more, so go check out. Is it the Charlie Berry Project?
That is correct.
The Charlie Berry Project. Go check out the Charlie Berry Project. Check it out and sign up for their list and go see them play. And only in this town, man. I tell you what, St. Louis is Valhalla of music, whether you realize it or not. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get really artsy on you, and if I can ask you all to really give me your best ears for our next guest. We honor the great Lester Bowie with the Outlaw Poetry Series, and so this is not the poetry class you took in college. This is a little different. So please welcome to the stage our poet for the evening, Leslie Day.
Alright, hello, I am Leslie Day. I'm a poet and I am the author of Authenticity. I'm going to be reading a few poems out of this, which is my current collection, and then one poem out of a upcoming collection. This first poem is called Functional. My depression isn't the debilitating kind. I don't lie in bed all day or cry myself to sleep. I don't even dread getting out of bed because I don't dread anything. I don't cut off contact with the world or hide away in my reclusive cave. My depression is functional. I am consistently a functional human being every single day. And a lot of days I'm actually even quite productive. My depression is so functional that sometimes I convince myself it isn't even real. It doesn't actually exist. Not really. Depression is the only thing that makes me out to be a liar. I lie. I lie to myself and I lie to everyone around me. I lie because it's functional and it's something that's easy to mask. But if I were to be honest with you and with myself, I would tell us this. Whatever part inside of me that is the vibrance of who I am, the part that feels passion, happiness, hell, even the part that feels pain, the part of me that craves adventure, thirsts for depth, and has an unyielding lust for life, whatever part that is, it sometimes becomes the vehicle that's driving through a thick cloud of fog, and no matter how hard you squint your eyes and adjust your lights, nothing is ever clear. So you drive in what feels like slow motion until you finally break through the wall of fog that has temporarily blocked your view. My depression is the inside of my mind having Kelly green walls that have been muted to sage. I hate sage and beige and anything resembling a muted color. Those colors don't belong on my walls. You know what the colors of my walls are? Like not my figurative walls, my actual real life walls. They have fun names like Cantaloupe and Cotton Candy Pink. And I don't remember the cool name my aqua walls have, but they're aqua all the same. And then of course I have my Kelly Green. The colors of my actual walls doesn't really matter though when the figurative walls of my mind are muted sage. My depression is controlled claustrophobia. You know it's there. You recognize its presence. You feel the itch of panic tingle on your skin, but you will yourself to breathe and tell yourself you will be okay. You don't allow yourself to scratch the itch because it will only make it spread. My depression isn't an always. It's more of a sometime. But sometimes, sometime can last quite a long time. And when it does, I don't really feel like I'm living. Not real living. Not the living I want to be living. Because the part of me that matters most becomes a foggy, muted version of controlled claustrophobia. But my depression is functional. You don't see it, so therefore, it isn't real. Thank you. This next one is called I've Been Here Before. Sitting across from you while you're dressed in matching green, listening to the sound of your voice stringing together a long line of words that doesn't make an ounce of sense. Time, date, day, time, date, day. What's your name again? I try to find you, but you don't seem to be home. I've been here before, only it wasn't you, it was him. I've already heard the nonsensical ramblings of a mind that didn't belong. I've seen the vacancy sign flicker in a pair of eyes I no longer recognize. I've been here before, and it strikes a chord inside, one that's connected to the notes of fear and dread. They're deafening as they course through the blood in my veins. 'Cause you see, I've been here before, and it wasn't exactly here, but it was there. And it wasn't exactly your eyes, your words, your voice rambling incomprehensible nonsense. It was his. It's all just a little too familiar, though. When I see vacant eyes and hear the voice of nonsense, it makes me remember all too well. You weren't there, but he was, and his hand was wrapped around the stock of a pistol with his index finger resting on the trigger, all connected to the barrel that pressed against my head, and in his other hand he held a knife that glistened in my line of sight. Now I know that wasn't you, and I'm not saying that's what I think you'll do, but eyes, looks, words, tone of voice, and the rambles of a mind that is temporarily not your own trigger something inside. I see it flash before my eyes, only this time, he's not the one in my line of sight, it's you. And you may not be using the same mechanics he did, but your intent and action is the same. You want to hurt me, and you coming at me is what flashes before my eyes. No, I'm not so far gone from reality that I think that this is actually happening. I'm aware it's just an illusion caused by something along the lines of PTSD. I'm even able to realize that my thoughts may be irrational, but my body, well, she's a fool, and she thinks the illusion is reality. She trembles with the fear of staring death in the eye. And you see, I know what comes next, because remember, I've been here before, and what comes next scares me too, because you're someone that I love. I'm still here, which means he obviously didn't pull that trigger. His eyes flipped the switch from vacancy to occupied, and they saw his wife with the barrel of a pistol pressed to her head, and he saw the hand that was holding the pistol was connected to the arm that was connected to the man that was himself. That's when he walked in the other room and shot himself. I've been here before, and I can't go back there again. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, man, where did that go? All right, this one is called Jigsaw, and this is one that's in an upcoming collection. So here's the thing. I've got some mad skills. And when I say skills, I mean I can put together a jigsaw puzzle like no other. I'm talking like 1,500 pieces in a night. I'll make that picture come together before your eyes. I mean, that's pretty impressive, right? If you're not a puzzle person, I can assure you it's impressive. Now, if I take 1,500 and multiply that by 365, I get 547,500. And if I take that number and multiply it by 6, I get 3,285,000. Don't worry, I don't have mad skills in math. I figured that shit out beforehand using a calculator. This heart of mine had been cut into 3,285,000 pieces and turned into a jigsaw puzzle. I spent 6 years putting it together until it looked like an imperfect replica of what it used to be. Imperfect because now it showed the cut lines that turned it into pieces. I took that completed jigsaw heart of mine and I placed it in your hands. Because when I looked into your eyes and you smiled at me, I saw what I wanted my future to look like. We had that soul connection when I didn't know I was capable of feeling. You showed me that a heart that had been cut into jigsaw pieces and put back together could still love deeply, if not more deeply than before. You made me want to be brave, to throw everything inside of me into loving you. And that's what I did. I loved you. I loved you like I hadn't loved before. And I think you loved me too. There's days I'm still trying to convince myself that you were telling the truth. Because you're no longer beside me, and all I wanted to do was keep trying. And now there's no more dancing in the kitchen to those oldies, or to our favorite Tennessee whiskey. No more nights looking up at the stars and finding our Misty Dipper. No more laughing all night long, our crazy date night stories. No more sunsets on the porch, our long talks in the sun. No more cooking together, our you and I concoctions. No more road trip adventures or sleepless nights at the ocean. No more late night phone calls or falling asleep with the echo of your voice still playing in my head. No more nights spent in your arms. And I'm trying to be okay. I'm trying to be okay. I'm trying to be okay, but I'm not. Because my heart is once again 3,285,000 pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. And I just don't know if it's worth 6 years to put it back together. But if I ever attempt to try, this time, I better damn well put some glue on it. Thank you. This is my last one. This one is called Restless. I love life, and I am happy. In almost every way, I am content. And yet, I am restless. There's a fire burning inside that will not be tamed, a thirst that will not be quenched, screaming thoughts that will not quiet themselves. I am restless for life. Not the life I see everyone living, but the life in my imagination. I'm ready for imagination to become what is real and real to become a memory. I have this overwhelming urge to see things I've never seen, go places I've never gone, and do things I've never done. I want to see the beautiful, but also see the ugly. I want to go where life is easy, but also where life is hard and broken. I want to climb a mountain. I want to sail a boat. I want to dive in the depths of the ocean and jump from a plane as I float through the sky. I want to be a pirate. Can I please? At least for one day? I can't list everything I want to do because I want to do it all. I want adventure. I want experience. I want to be utterly exposed. I want passion, not mere satisfaction. I want to taste life in all of its flavors and choke on the endlessness of everything it has to offer. I am more than what you see. Hell, I am more than what I am. I was created for more than average, so average I will not accept. I'm done with the ordinary. Throw me into the extraordinary. Thank you guys so much. This is my book. I do have copies available if anybody's interested, and you guys can follow me at Leslie Day Poetry on all social medias. And now the band's coming back up, so we'll get back to some awesome music. OneWayTraffic. Give them a hand.